Welcome to CIS 110, Intro to Computers. The purpose of this video is to help you get comfortable finding your way around within the course. I would like you to notice that this is kind of a shell that's given to each of the instructors who teach CIS 110. So you'll see some things in here like section XXX. When you're in your actual section for the class, this will be filled in, as will some other things along the way. Now, the place to get started in any course that you take is by looking at the syllabus. The syllabus is your guide to the course. Now, in this course, we have the syllabus in a Word format. Your instructor may also post it in a PDF format so that you're able to open it with Adobe Reader. But go ahead and open this up. And if you'll take a look at the first page, you'll see again, this is something that your instructor will be filling in with some more details about the particular course, the particular section that you are taking of CIS 110. You will also find contact information for your instructor. So if at any point you need to get in touch with your instructor, this is one of the places that you can go to find out how to get hold of them. Their office location, the office days and hours, email, phone, all of this is available for you. And please know that your instructor is available to you, not just during class time or if you're taking an online class. It's not like there's any particular time that you need to contact them. You don't have to go to their office. You can use email, you can call them. I'll also show you in a bit how you can use Moodle messaging to be able to get in touch with your instructor too. But know that we are here to help you, especially if you're in an online class. I know students can sometimes feel like they're out there on your own. Your instructor is here to help you. Contacting them, don't feel like you're bothering them. That's what we're here to do. Okay. If you scroll down to the next page, you will see a course description. So this is what this class is all about, what you will be learning. The prerequisites, what you need to have before you were able to register for this class. And then you'll see some important information about what you need to take this class. We do have a textbook that we're using. There is also software called Snap, and you will need to use Microsoft Office Professional 2010. If you purchase the bundle new from the bookstore, you will have the text, and you will also have an access code for Snap. And it will come with a disk with a trial version of Microsoft Office Professional 2010. Now, you do not have to have a computer of your own to do this. You do not have to install this software if you are willing to do all of your work on campus. If you are planning to use your own computer, it does have to be a PC, or if you have a Mac, you have to have it set up so that it will run Windows, because we have to use Microsoft Office Professional 2010. That is a requirement. Snap is going to be used for a lot of the assignments that we do. It is also used for testing, and as I said, you'll have an access code included for that. If you happen to buy a used text, you will have to go in and purchase a Snap access code separately. And there is a link provided here, and the bookstore may be carrying them this semester. You can check with them to make sure. Okay, so this is what you need to be able to get started with the class. Student learning outcomes. This is what you will be expected to know when you finish the class, what you can expect to be learning. And then another thing that you're probably interested in is how will you earn a grade in this class? Methods of evaluation. We will have assignments in this class. Most of them will be in Snap. Some you will be doing in Moodle, and there is one Gmail assignment that you would do right at the very beginning. Note that the two lowest assignment grades are dropped from the overall grade calculation. Now, that's not the two lowest grades in the course. It's the two lowest grades just from this assignments grouping of work that you will do. There are tutorials that you will do in Snap. Those are worth 5% of your grade. And this is something that it's either complete or it's not complete. You've either done it or you haven't done it. So it's either a 100% or a 0. There is discussion forum participation, and we have just a couple of those that you'll do. A project, and the project will be in 3 parts. You will be writing a paper, you will be creating an Excel spreadsheet, and you will also be creating a PowerPoint presentation, and that will be at 3 different times throughout the semester that you will do each one of those. Your exams, and there will be exams for each component of the course, and then we do have a comprehensive final exam. Okay. Grading scale is a straight 10-point scale. Now, following this information, you'll see just some general policies and things that you need to be sure that you're aware of for this course. Some of them are standard for any course that you might take, such as academic integrity. Please don't do anything that would cause your instructor to be concerned that there might be an issue with academic integrity. If there is, the consequences are serious. You start out by getting a 0 for whatever work your instructor has found where there has been an issue. Anyone involved with it, so whether you have done the work and someone else has used your work, both of you are involved, so both would end up with 0s. Note that any violations are going to be reported to the division department chair, the dean of educational programs, and the vice president of student success for possible further disciplinary action. So this is serious. You're taking this class hopefully to learn. So, just do your own work and we won't have to worry about any of this. Another thing that you will see later on in the syllabus is that late work is not accepted in this class. So be absolutely sure that you take advantage of the time that you have to do your work. There's generally about a week between assignment due dates. So there's no reason to wait until the day that something is due to get started on it. Take advantage of that time that you have, get started on your work early. That way, if you have a computer issue, if you have an internet issue, if you have a question about it, you have time to get in touch with your instructor. Just so many reasons that you should be starting your work early, not waiting to the last minute, because if you wait to the last minute and you're not able to get your work turned in on time, your instructor's just going to say, well, it's a 0 because that's what you earned on the work. So please be sure to take advantage of the time you have available, get started on your work early, and you should do well in this class. I'm going to close the syllabus, but please take time to go through the entire syllabus. And once you do, you'll see that there's a syllabus accountability statement. This is an actual grade in the class, and it just lets us know that you have read the syllabus. So go ahead and click on that, and you'll see that you just need to verify that you have read the syllabus and understand that you are accountable for all the information. You've contacted your instructor to clarify any questions, and please do that if you do have any questions. And that you agree and then press save. So just click on I agree, save my choice, and you will now have a 100 and A in the class. Great way to get started. Okay, we have breadcrumbs up here at the top in Moodle. I'm just going to click on this link to go back to the home page of the class. The next thing I'd like you to be aware of is the course and instructor link. This is another place where you can go to find information about who your instructor is and the best ways to get in touch with them. So it's always right here. Just log into Moodle, click on the link, and you will be able to get in touch with your instructor. The course schedule. There are not too many things that I would recommend that you print out, but the course schedule is something that I think can be helpful. If you click on course schedule, you will see that this lists all of the different activities, all of the different work that you need to do in this class. It tells you when it is due, and it also tells you where to submit it. So one of the first things that you're going to need to do in the class is the startup activity. And this is actually something that you have to do in order to stay on the roster for the class. It's a state requirement that we show that you are actively involved in the class. So to do that, we've chosen to give you this startup activity. It's just a little quiz. You will go in, read the syllabus, look through the course, find out where things are in Moodle, go ahead and take the startup activity. It is a grade, and it is graded based on how many questions you answer correctly. The nice thing about it is you can take it multiple times if you like. So you will do each of these different things, and you'll see it's broken down into modules. When you see something that's in red, that's going to be your exam. So here we have an exam that's going to be completed. Note that this is on 2 days. This is to give you an option of taking it on one day or the other. Now, if you're taking this in the class and your instructor wants you to take your exams in the classroom, you will not see 2 days here. You will just see the day that you'll be taking it in class. But if you happen to be taking this online, you do have the option of 2 different dates for taking the exam. You choose which one. Again, I would highly recommend use the first date as the day that you take the exam. Then if something goes wrong, if you have any problems, if something comes up, you have a fallback. You can go to the second date and take your exam then. If you wait until this second day to take the exam and then something happens, since late work is not accepted in the class, you will get a 0 for that exam. Each exam counts 10% of your grade, so your grade will have dropped 1 complete letter grade if you miss an exam. So again, very important. Plan to take it on the first day if you have the option of taking it on 2 days. If you don't, for some reason, if you can't do it on that day, plan on doing it the second day. You have that as your fallback. If you're taking it in class, be sure that you show up on the days that you have exams scheduled. There are some times that your instructor will work with you if there's an extreme emergency, definitely if you were in the hospital, death in the immediate family, something like that, get in touch with your instructor right away and let them know what's going on. But other than that, you are expected to take exams as scheduled. Okay, and just scrolling down through, you will see there's the word exam, and then also you'll see in red the different parts of the project. So here's the first part of the project that we'll be doing. You'll be learning about social networking, doing some research, and you will be creating, first of all, a paper in Word, and then as you look on down through, you will also see that there is the Excel exam, and then you will be doing the Excel part of the project. We'll have a PowerPoint exam, and then the PowerPoint part of the project, and then we will finish up with the final exam, which is the comprehensive exam that will cover everything from Word on through PowerPoint access and also including Excel. So again, if you're going to print out anything that you see in Moodle, this is one thing that I would probably print, maybe keep in a notebook or keep where you keep track of information for your classes. As you complete things, you can go down through and just check them off. This always shows you when things are due. A couple other places where you can keep up with what's going to be due in your class. You're going to be able to look over here in this upcoming events block, and that will show things that are coming up in the next week or so. And then there's also a calendar. Some people like to have the calendar view of things. Now here I'm doing this before the next semester starts, so I'm actually in November, but if I click on the link up here at the top, I can go to December and then over to January, and this is when the semester actually starts for spring 2013. And you'll see this lists out in a calendar view, different assignments that are due, when they're due. So just another way, again, of keeping up with what is due when. And I'm just going to go back to the main page of the course again. Communication is essential to you being successful in this class, and your instructor will have different ways that they will communicate with you. One way that they may communicate with you is by posting announcements. So if you look over here in the center section of your class, you'll be able to click here and get to announcements for this class. You'll also see over here on the right-hand side, there's a block for latest news. Now, this class doesn't have any news posted yet, but whatever the most recent announcements are that have been posted in your class, you will see them here with a little title for it, and it will say more, and you'll be able to click on that and get to the announcement. So watch over here for news to be posted in your class. You may also want to periodically click on class announcements. If you are checking your school Gmail account, announcements are also sent to your school Gmail account, so that's another way that you'll be able to receive information. And speaking of Gmail, that is an important place for you to be checking. Gmail is the way that the school is going to communicate with you. You will also find that your instructor may be sending Gmail messages to you. So several times throughout the week, every day if you can, it would be a good thing to be checking your Gmail account. Now you'll see that I have provided access for you right here within the class. So if you want to check your Gmail, all you need to do is click right here on Check Your Gmail. And if you have not used Gmail before, there is a video available for you right here on how to access Gmail. So again, use your email account, check it frequently. This is a great way to be able to receive communication from your instructor, make sure that you're keeping up with it, and also if you need to contact your instructor, you may use Gmail to do that. Now, Moodle has messaging built into it. If you look over here on the right-hand side, there is a messaging block. Now, in this class, there are no messages waiting, but if someone has sent you a message, you would see a notification here that you have messages for you. And this is right on your main page, so you can see it right here at the top. So when you log into Moodle, check over here on the right-hand side and see if you do have any messages waiting for you. If so, just click on it and you're able to read them. If you would like to send a message to someone, you can click on this messages link, and you can go over here and use this contacts list. This will let you list out people in different courses that you were enrolled in. Or you can always type someone's name over here and search for it. So let's say that Mr. Johnson is your instructor. I can search for Mr. Johnson, and here it's listing out all people whose names are Johnson, and I can find Mr. Johnson right here. And I can come down here and type a message in to him, click on Send Message. Then the next time he logs into Moodle, he'll see that there's a message there from me, and he'll be able to reply to me. Another nice thing about Moodle is that if you are not logged on and someone sends you a message, it will be emailed to you to your school Gmail account. So again, another reason that you need to be checking your Gmail account frequently. Now I'm just going to click my back button to go back here to the main page of the class, which is another option that you have. One of the things that I really like about Moodle is that students can keep track of how they are doing through the entire semester. You don't have to be questioning, do I have an A? Do I have a B? Did I finish that assignment? You can always know how you are doing by coming over here to the left. If we scroll down a little bit, and you will see a grades link. If you click on grades, it's going to take you to where you see a user report for you. And you will see a list of all of the different assignments, and you'll see this is the assignments grouping. So it's within this grouping that you're going to have your 2 lowest grades dropped for the entire class. So in assignments, 2 of these will be dropped. So I can scroll down, see all of these, and then at the bottom, I'll be able to see how I'm doing with assignments, what my percentage is. Then we have a list of all the tutorials that we'll be doing, and a grade down at the bottom for this. And as we finish each of these different modules, your instructor will be updating your grades, and you will be able to see your grades in here. Note that when you're using SNAP, and we'll talk about that in just a moment, you will see grades in SNAP, but that is not the official place for your grades. Your instructor will take your grades from SNAP and put them into Moodle, and this is where all the calculations using the weights that you saw back in the syllabus will be applied. So this is your official grade for the class. So make sure that you're checking in here to see how you're doing. The tutorials, again, you'll have individual grades plus the category average down at the bottom. Same thing for discussions, your project, the exams. And then if you scroll down to the very bottom, as we go through the semester, anytime you want to know what your grade is, just come in here, scroll to the bottom, and you will see your grade for your course total down here at the very bottom. So please use that to keep track of how you're doing. Okay, and I am going to use my back button and go back to the main page of the class again. There is a reminder right here. Remember, we said this information was in the syllabus, but you will also see a reminder here on the main page in Moodle of how your grade is calculated. So for example, it's important that you know when you're working in SNAP, when you're doing tutorials are pretty easy, so as a result, they're only 5% of your grade. Assignments, this is more so where you're going to be demonstrating what you have learned. This is a more important part of your learning process, so this is 30% of your grade. So just be aware of the percentages, how things are allocated. Don't be thinking that just because you're doing all the tutorials, you can skip some assignments here and there because your tutorial grade's looking great. If you're skipping assignments, that's really a much bigger part of your grade. So be sure that you're doing all the work in the class. But, especially, be aware of the parts of your grade that are weighted more heavily. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is using SNAP. Now, I'm not going to go into this in much depth because you'll see there are lots of tutorials here for you to be able to use. SNAP, you do need to have your access code to be able to get into it. And as I said earlier, you should have a code that comes with your text if you buy a new text from the bookstore. If you buy a used text and it does not have a SNAP access code with it, you will need to purchase that separately. Go back to the syllabus and check there for information on that. To get into SNAP, you're also going to need an enrollment key. and the enrollment key is different for each section. You should be able to look right down in this area in your class, and your instructor should be entering the enrollment key for your section here. If you have a friend who's also taking this class, please don't use their enrollment key. You'll end up in the wrong section of the class. You need to enter the enrollment key for your section, and this is where you will find that. This is the information that you should look at to learn more about using SNAP. But if we scroll up a little bit, you'll see that right here, this is the top of the course. Because you're going to need to log into SNAP frequently, we have provided for you a link right here that you can use to log into SNAP. And also there's a link for SNAP Tech Support. If you have any technical issues with getting SNAP to work, you can let your instructor know, but your instructor isn't going to be able to answer those questions for you. We just don't have the expertise to be able to work through the technical issues that you're having. But the people who provide SNAP for us to use, they have people who are trained in tech support on SNAP. They are available to you. If you just click on this link for tech support, you'll find that you can do a web chat with them. You can email with them. There is a phone number that if you call them during normal work hours, and they provide the hours there when they're available, you can call them on the phone. So please do make use of tech support. If you have any issue that comes up, that's the first place that you should go if you're having problems with SNAP. You will be able to click on this SNAP login, and I'm just going to maximize this window. And where you will start, since you are a new student, is by clicking on the student registration button. And you'll find information about how to get logged in and do that. Then you'll go ahead and log in here, and I will log in just to show you a little bit what this is going to look like. Okay. Now when you get in, this is likely going to show up with nothing displayed at all. You're going to come over here and click on All Activities. And by clicking All Activities, then you're going to be able to see what I just had come up here. Each of these modules corresponds to the modules that you'll see over in Moodle. So don't come over to SNAP and think this is the actual class. This is a supplement to what we're doing in Moodle. You will always go to Moodle, and Moodle is going to tell you what you're doing. So over here in Moodle, we'll scroll down, and we'll see that we have our first module. And this module has information that we're going to read and review these resources, and then we're going to do certain graded activities. Some of these are going to be different places. You know, here's one that's in Gmail. Here's an icebreaker discussion forum that's in Moodle. Concepts Check 1.1 is going to be over in SNAP. To find out how you do each of these, you're going to click on it, and it's going to pull up information that will tell you exactly where to go and what to do. And you'll also notice that the due date is down at the bottom. If it says that you're to be able to do this in SNAP, then go over to SNAP, find the corresponding activity. So here's Concepts Check 1.1, and we would click on this and complete it here in SNAP. So just be aware that the course is conducted in Moodle. Moodle is your primary location that you're going to be working. A lot of your assignments will be in SNAP, so if Moodle tells you to go to SNAP to complete something, then you know it's time to go ahead and log into SNAP. In fact, most of your assignments and anything where you would need to go to SNAP, there's a login included right in the notes for that assignment. So you can click right there, log into SNAP, do the work, come back to the module that you're working on, and just go down through, make sure that you have all of the graded activities taken care of. And then the other place you can go is go back over there to your grades and check then after the assignments have been done. Your instructor will enter things in for you, and you'll make sure that you had all the work done for that part of the class. Okay. I know there's a lot to try to absorb and to take in and to figure out at the beginning of the semester, so please take your time just finding your way around. Check out those due dates, see what you have to get done, get an early start on it, and if you have questions about anything at all, please make sure that you are getting in touch with your instructor. Your instructor here is there to help you. I hope you have a great learning experience this semester.